Hello everyone, today I'm in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. I just visited the Building Walking Street over there. So I'm going to share my experiences living in Vietnam as a foreigner, the pro and con, what's the good things and not so good things. So let's start. First of all, there are scams in Vietnam. You know, the two guys in front wearing the Grab uniform and the V uniform may not be the real Grab and V drivers. They can just purchase the uniform online and they can just ask you, where are you going? And once you get out their car, right, their bike, they won't use any of the app and force you to pay a big sum of money when you alight from the bike. And this area is Phang Lao, you know, there's like motorbike for rent, right? But there are also scams regarding motorbike. Once you return the motorbike, the staff will find fault and will demand you to pay a large amount of money. Not all motorbike shops do this, but there are many cases, especially in the Phang Lao area, this is Phang Lao area, you know, and most often they will not return you your passport because passport is requires deposit to rent a bike, so it's very serious. And also, if you are a foreigner, right, the prices for some items may be more expensive than locals. Like buffet, there are two prices. Buffet for locals is one price, buffet for foreigners the other price, higher price, same as Thailand. And sometimes you go to convenience store, right, like 7-Eleven, there's a scam also, but it's not so obvious. It's like they say buy one get one free, the drink, right? And then when you take the drink and pay at the cashier, right, you find out that you're paying for 2 bottles of drink, and you ask the staff why. It just happened to me 2 hours ago. I asked why, and they said that they misplaced the drink for another drink. That means the buy one get one free is for another product. When I drink not for the drink, I'm actually buying the Highlands coffee. But never mind, because I pay already, I'm tired, I just go back to my hotel. Now, if you are standing like me alone on the street at 12:30 midnight, then within a few minutes, a motorbike driver will just come and ask you where you're going. But maybe I'm lucky today, they don't really bother me. So there are many not so good things happening. Like you must be tolerant or endure the cigarette smoke and the dirty streets. You know, now there are some cracks on the pavement. It's insane. Because I come from Singapore, a more developed country, and when I first came to Vietnam, I cannot accept this. What's this, man? Uneven ground, a pothole. But Cambodia and Laos are worse. I've been there before. You can literally fall into the hole. And then the police, right? These are the police car. This wayang show. They're turning into the Vivian Walking Street. They time inside. So when the police car arrived, the dancers will all stop dancing and return. They cannot dance taxi. They must hide for the time being. And we are in dark areas, just be careful. There may be somebody popping out, ask you for money, trying to be friends with you, ask if you want some massage. Just keep going straight. And sometimes the worst thing can happen is a drug addict. They just come and jab you with a needle that contains the HIV virus. That's insane, right? So if you see anyone not in their right behavior, just run. I have no advice. I don't want you to fight back. Just run away as soon as possible to the main street of either side of this place. And best of all, if you can, don't walk this area. I walk this area because I'm familiar with the area and I'm alert. Even as I'm recording this vlog. Walking the street is insane unless it's midnight right now. Morning, afternoon, evening, until all the way to 11 p.m. You need to look out for motorbikes. You know, that's the main street. Left and right. I got knocked out by a motorbike once last year and I was injured on my wrist. Until now the injury is still there. There's still pain. So I use massage oil, I try acupuncture, I try massage, nothing works. So I guess it needs more time or it become a permanent injury. Wow. And then if you want to date Vietnam girls, right? There are actually some of the websites, but you must take this in consideration. It's like the older the girls, the range of the age you're looking for, the older, right? The more likely they are likely to be single mothers with 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, or divorced with no kid. Or sometimes they lie. They are divorced already, but they say they are single in their profile. And then you gradually find out. And they are actually quite jealous also. I think Vietnam guys and Vietnam girls are very jealous when you have a relationship. They'll be unhappy, especially the guys. If they see their girlfriend talking to another girl, You know, it happened in the Bangkok market. In the YouTube videos I saw it. Like the husband is a Vietnamese guy, the hard wife is Vietnamese wife, and then the Vietnamese wife try to sell something and talk to a foreigner man, and the Vietnam guy actually go and beat. I mean, yeah, say bad words and try to be rough with them. And in Vietnam, many people, more than 80% ride motorbikes. It's very common, but sometimes they don't have a helmet. And you can see like 3 or 4 people like on the motorbike, and they like to sit down and eat and talk. You like to see on this small little chair, that even lower one, I mean shorter one. They like to eat hot pot also, and they like to eat the street food of course, but I think they'll be tired, you know. I mean, we can sit away like just as Singaporeans, they eat the chicken rice or whatever last normal after one day, eat every day, then you can buy a change menu. You also see like the people wearing blue kind of uniform, they're actually the security guards in charge of the safety of the motorbike, and any cases, any disruption in the business of their restaurant, you can find them almost everywhere in Vietnam, like outside the hotel. Restaurants, shops. Yeah, even like security sleeping there. And there are a lot of like stray dogs. They don't go in like bother them, because some of them are really quite fierce, and they may like try to bite you. If they bite you, there's a risk of you getting the rabies, and you need to go for the vaccine. So the best is stay away a distance. And then in some temples in Vietnam, this afternoon happened to me. This case, like 3 or 4 dogs, they got aggressive. So they bark and bark and bark. I wanted to visit a temple, but I decided to leave because I cannot stand their barking. So how much the salary for an average Vietnamese in 2026? The answer is between like 6 million to like 9 or 10 million Vietnam dong a month. That is about USD 300 to 400 a month. But the cost of living in big cities like Saigon, Hanoi, Da Nang is high. You know, hotel here, A25 hotel, they cost about 1 million Vietnam dong a night. So if you multiply by 30 days, say 30 million, it's already like 3 or 4 times the salary of an average Vietnamese working in the office. Even the doctor, dentist, or professional jobs, the teacher, they don't earn a lot of money. I think after 30 years or 20 years on the job, they only get more than 10 million and less than 20 million. It depends on the job actually. If you open a spa, maybe you do well, you got make money, but the competition is very fierce. There's lots of, you see so many spas right here. Nails, lashes, pedicure, and yeah. So I think my sharing ends here. If you guys like this video, please like, share and subscribe so more people find the video. Thanks very much. I will see you guys in the next video. I might do a part 2. Take care everyone. Bye bye.